Now, those are truly poverty wages. And the demand has been made throughout history for a living wage in our country. And in collaboration, and listen to this, in collaboration with the unions, with community-based organizations, and indeed with businesses, many of who support your party, the business people who are hard-nosed, focused on profit, finally said, yes, it is important that we should have a national minimum wage because we can no longer, as we signed the Ekurhuleni Accord, we can no longer have a situation in our country where people have poverty wages. That was a collective decision, the wisdom of people who applied their minds. And by the way, many of the business people who were there are people who run businesses, who know what they are doing, who are eking out a living out of running their own businesses. They said, this is precisely what this country needs to do. And remember, we are not the only country in the world that has embraced a minimum wage. Many countries, actually, if you go to the ILO, the International Labour Organization, they will tell you that more and more countries around the world are embracing a national minimum wage. They are embracing it, including developing economies. You look at Brazil, you look at a number of countries in Southeast Asia, and shut up, you Steenhuisen, and listen. You look around the world.
Point of order, Chair.
I want you to shut up. I really do want you to shut up.
President.
Because
Honourable members.
continues to make a noise and he's not listening.
Honourable members. Honourable President, will you just take your seat, please? Why are you rising, Honourable Steenhuisen?
House Chairperson, the Honourable President told me to shut up. I would like him to answer, but shut up is unparliamentary. And if you're gonna hurl EFF members out for telling him for deliberately leaving
Honourable
out,
President,
the rule must apply to him.
withdraw,
He must
please?
withdraw.
I am prepared to withdraw, but I'd like Honourable Steenhuisen to listen. Because we are
Honourable members, order.
You know, you are touching a very sensitive issue.
Honourable members.
Now, he continues, Honourable House Chair, to make a noise, which is...
Honourable President, there is another point of order that I want to take. Yes, Honourable Member.
Thank you.
Honourable Chairperson, I have been observing that there has been constant interjection by the Honourable Waters and the Honourable Steenhuisen. And I'm not surprised that that remark was made, because some of the interjections border on the offensive.
Thank you.
And I ask you to rule.
Honourable members, please take your seats.
House Chairperson.
No, Honourable Steenhuisen, I have not recognized you. I have not recognized you. Please take your seat.
Well, will you recognize me after you respond?
No, I am responding to the Honourable. Honourable members, just calm down. Honourable Chauke. If you read the rules, you will see that when I deal with a certain point of order, you cannot raise immediately a point of order. I've heard what the Honourable member has said, and may we just, because we want to conclude this session in a way that allows the President to be able to respond to these points of, to the different questions, and to, when there's points of order, to deal with it. But let's not do it in a way that can potentially derail the business of the House. I will appeal from all members in the House that we allow the President to respond. The President has withdrawn the remark, and I want to continue. Honourable members, just calm down. Calm down. I'm not, Honourable Member, I'm not in dialogue with you, Honourable Member. I've made a ruling. The Honourable President has withdrawn. Honourable Steenhuisen, why do you want to be heard again?
Deputy Speaker, the President, if you examine the Hansard, did not withdraw. He said he would be prepared to withdraw and then went on to a conditional rant.
No, thank
He's
you,
the one who lost his
Honourable
temper.
Steenhuisen. Take
You know,
your
when you're a
seat.
president, you need to remain calm.
Honourable Steenhuisen,
This is
please.
not the NEC, this is Parliament.
Honourable Steenhuisen, please take your seat. And I want the Honourable President, order. I want the Honourable President now to continue. Honourable President.
Honorable Steenhuisen. I'm being very calm, Honorable Steenhuisen. I think you should listen. We're discussing a very serious matter that has to do with the lives of poor people. And it is your continued interjection, which included, you're talking nonsense, which included other expletives, that I responded in the way that I did. Because your leader has asked a question which I'm seeking to respond to, and to the extent, and I did say, shut up, and I've withdrawn that. And possibly I should have said, Mr. Steenhuisen, please keep quiet while I talk. So in future, Mr. Steenhuisen, and I'm saying it very calmly, please keep quiet. I'm talking. So, Honorable House Chair.
Order, Honourable Members.
What I was elucidating.
Deputy House Chairperson.
Honourable Steenhuisen, why are you rising now?
Yeah, I'd like to address you in terms of Rule 85, if I may.
Yes, Honourable Member.
The President said that I'd used expletives against him. This is casting a deep aspersion on me, and I would ask him to please clarify what expletives I used. Otherwise, he must withdraw or bring a substantive
No, Honourable
motion.
Member, no. Honourable Steenhuisen, take your seat now,
House
please.
Chairperson, the President accused
Please take your seat.
me of using expletives. I've
Please-
never used an expletive
please
against
take
the
your seat,
honourable
Honourable
gentleman.
Member.
And he needs to toughen up.
Honourable
This is not the
Steenhuisen,
MTN board or the
for the
NEC.
last time, please
it's Parliament.
take your
It's a
seat.
robust environment, and he should learn to...
Honourable Member, take your seat. Honourable Members, I've made an appeal to both sides of the House that we allow to engage each other in a respectful manner. And please, let's do so. Order, Honourable Members. Yes, Honourable Member.
You know, Chairperson, yabona President. That's why abelungu bekhuluma nawe kanje. Nibanikeze umhlaba nifuna ukuthi siwuthathe. That's why besukuma bavele wandelele nje. Sanuyenza.
Yeah.
Basathathe umhlaba. Yiko labelungu sebedelela nje.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Please take your seat. Continue, Honourable President.
No, what I was elucidating was that
Order, Honourable Members.
Honorable Maimani, with 6.6 million people earning way below 20 rand an hour, we collectively, business, labor, community-based organizations and government were faced with a choice of having to say, do we leave those 6.6 million people to their own fate, where they continue to earn less than 20 rand an hour, and say, market forces will continue to look after you? Or do we say we are going to peg a minimum wage at a much higher level, which would have wiped out quite a lot of employment? And we chose the middle course. The middle course, which we believed was a much more reasonable way of addressing the plight of 6.6 million people, but at the same time ensuring that we do not destroy jobs. Now, yes, a report came through that if you implement the 20 rand an hour, yes, you would be able to wipe out 750,000 jobs. And we asked ourselves, what is the lesser of all the evils? Do we peg a minimum wage at 12,000, where we would wipe out maybe 8 million jobs? Do we leave those who are earning less than 20 rand an hour